I seen a Gary V and Nipsey Hussle interview, and they was in the studio just talking about like music and the future of music, and one day somebody gonna drop 365 songs, and I was like, man, I think I could do that for real. 'Cause
The mics are hot and we are back. So welcome back. Today we have a special guest. We have DREEBO in the motherfucking house.
What's good?
Appreciate you. Yeah, our streak of like having dope artists just continues for like people that put their heart into music. And then DREEBO also, you know, that's what he does.
Man, I
And
appreciate y'all.
you've
for
been
having
doing
me.
it, bro. Like, let's get into it. Like, where do you come from? Where were you raised at?
Yeah, I'm born and raised in LA, West LA to be exact. So yeah, man, that's where my roots started. My whole life, I grew up like playing football.
Yeah.
So I was initially in sports, and that was my thing. Went to college, did that, and then I found music in college randomly. Like I've always been like a consumer of music, and I loved music my whole life, especially playing sports. You playing it to get hype and all kind of shit. But then I started toying around with it in college. One of my roommates, he like made beats. And then my other roommate sang, so we just fucking in there fucking around on some shit, free time. And I'm like, I kind of like this shit. So I kept doing it. And then next thing you know, I was at a crossroads with football because I was getting injured and shit. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just pursue music.
When you first started taking like your hands into it, was it like producing or like rapping? Or?
Nah, it was it was kind of everything because my roommate was a producer. So what happened was my roommate was it's really crazy story. So I was going to one school. I was going to Pittsburgh State, and I like won a Division II national championship.
Oh shit!
And I transferred schools, and I was supposed to go in like a studio and live by myself and just do my little year and go home.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. I was going to a school in Missouri, and then I was like, I'm gonna do my year, stay to myself, and go home. My spot wasn't ready yet, so my coach put me with 3 people. The 3 people happened to be from LA also.
Oh shit!
He knew my coach knew what he was doing. I
Let's
didn't
keep
know
them
at
together.
the time. Yeah,
It's trouble.
so then, shout out to all 3 of them too. We still cool to this day. But yeah, one of the homies, he was a producer.
Yeah.
He ended up like building a studio in the house we rented because I ended up being like, they cool, so fuck it, I'm gonna just stay
For
here.
sure.
And so we got a house together. He built a studio in one of the rooms. It was like 6 bedrooms, but it was like 4 of us. And so he built a studio out in one of the rooms, and then we just was going crazy every day, just from like, well, I don't know, we would practice like 6 in the morning. I'd be in that motherfucker till 3, 4 a.m. cooking up. And then go to sleep for
Was
an
the
hour,
production
go to
first, or was it
practice.
already rapping and singing?
It started out just rapping.
Okay.
And then because he was my roommate was a producer, he kind of showed me a little bit of the producing. And then I'm like, I started just toying with everything. So then I started out producing and recording myself and mixing it, and just it was terrible at that time, but you know what I mean, I had to put them hours in.
What was hot at the moment? Where were you guys taking inspiration from, or like what were you guys trying to rap like?
Honestly, this all happened during the like Kendrick Good Kid, Mad City.
Okay.
Like literally, he dropped
what a
in
time,
2012.
for sure.
Like he dropped that project while we was
That shit was
all
inspiring,
we
bro.
had just built up the studio and we was all just getting into music type shit.
That'll
And then he
inspire
dropped that album, and we was like, oh fuck, we just
It changed everything.
Everybody's trying to rap after that
you're
album.
right.
exactly. So then we heard that album and we was like, oh shit, like it's you know what I mean, and we just started doubling down.
Yeah, bro. We started talking about the minivans and shit. You're like, I relate to this shit.
That whole project was like LA
the
to the core.
voicemails and shit, bro. That shit was inspiring to see something from LA like that you can relate to
1,000%.
on a global scale. dog.
1,000%.
And also being packaged different from the typical YGs in the game. Kendrick came from like a different perspective.
For sure.
And even that, it kind of gave like a different life for like LA music too,
But
right?
the name alone too, right?
Yeah.
Because you're always around it. You're not really fully into like all that stuff that's going on. But so you feel like a good kid.
Art of Peer Pressure is one of my favorite records on that.
that's probably
Especially because during that time we run around
Yeah,
doing shit we ain't supposed to be doing.
And then he
type
talking
shit
about
like-
Westchester. I'm like, that we still run around Westchester too, to the
So
raffles.
it's like, that's why that's it's just relatable for sure.
Speaking a little bit on college, like like you being from LA and going out there to other states, like how did that help you out, and even in life and how you look at life?
Man, it's just exposure, right?
Exposure.
Like just getting outside of your comfort zone, meeting new people, hearing their stories, watching them, kind of just understanding that there's just so much more different types of people and so much more layers to the world than just wherever you from. I think it just helped shape like my mindset, as well as like it made me grateful to like have more grace within myself, my family, my environment, because there's people out there with worse, and you just find a way to be grateful that you were, because we didn't choose that shit, right? Like we were born into whatever we was born into.
Yeah, for sure.
And so it was just like it's just perspective. It just helped shape my perspective.
Did that help in music as well? Like being able to kind of get out of your environment and pick up new sounds, or
for
even
sure, it helps
be around.
That helps with my versatility.
Yeah.
Because you meet so many different people, they grew up listening to something completely different than what you grew up listening to. And so now when you sharing music or you riding in a car and you passing the aux, you hearing something completely different. You know what I mean? So like even in college, I got put on the Iceberg, who's like this big artist from Florida. Like just that Florida sound of some shit I ain't never heard before, and it was just hard. And so it's like little shit like that where I might double back on one of his records and sample it today. Knowing that I learned that fucking 10 years ago.
My opinion, like a lot of the LA artists are like doing really dope shit, do get influence from outside their neighborhoods and outside their states. And I think it's dope for when they be able to put it, implement it into their music.
For sure.
And be able to create more of a authentic sound and shit. Especially right now in LA, being more authentic is in more than it was before. I feel like everybody was trying to be gangster rapper. Everybody, you needed to have these accolades, these street credentials. Sure. You had to be all this. But now it's just like, yo, you gotta just do music.
Man,
and the people that are doing it,
And I think really social media changed that. Because a lot of social media is like the natural content does way better than the produced professional content a lot of the times, and that speaks to the authenticity that regular people, everyday people that are watching, like they want to see what looks like what they do.
Yeah. And then at what point did you start already like releasing music and like starting to actually
Did you have the name
performing?
DREEBO already during that time or no?
Yeah, I did actually. So I probably created the name DREEBO right before I went to college, because me and my homie, we was like doing back and forth fucking bullshit ass rap battles on Facebook type shit.
Yeah.
This was before I even, well, we was making songs like we would rap over somebody else's beat with the little iPhone earphones.
Yeah.
And we was just doing like a bullshit rap battle, like I rap better than you, I rap better than you, and we was just talking shit. And this was before I took music serious. I was like all in on football. And then I seen that little Everest spoof with like Slink Johnson or some shit. And he was like, look at you sitting on the couch smoking that sticky ass DREEBO or something like that. And I thought he said DREEBO. So I was like, fuck it, I'm finna be a rapper. I'm gonna call myself DREEBO. And then it was like some bullshit. When I went to school, it stuck. I made a song. Everybody like one of the first songs I made was called I'm Already Knowing. Yeah. And I would be walking around campus and motherfuckers would be like, DREEBO, I'm already knowing. And then the name just stuck. And one time I tried to change it. I tried to go by my original name, and everybody kept calling me DREEBO. Even my family calling me DREEBO. It's just, I'm like, shit, I guess I'm DREEBO now.
And then how did the family feel? Like you go to college and then you chose to do music. Did that like?
They supported me for sure. My family all like do what you want to do in your life, do what you love. You know what I mean?
Because you come from a Jamaican background, right? Jamaican background?
Yeah. At the end of the day, I did get a degree too, so it's like you got that safety net in a sense if I really wanted to. And even to get to this point where I'm at today, I had to I was working tech jobs and different shit. So, I utilized it to an extent, but at the same token, it's like if you really want to get to where you want to go, and if you're really going after something for real, you got to jump off the cliff. And I kind of just got to that point where it was like, you either gonna do it or you gonna have to do it.
First time I hearing your name was in 2017, 2018.
Oh, that's what's
my homeboy Masaki. I don't know if the
Japanese. Yeah.
He would come. He would because he's my homie too.
That's
and he would come in and he'd be like, "Yo, I'm working with an artist named DREEBO, and start mentioning the TF. By the time I already knew who TF was, I'm like,
sure.
oh, DREEBO, TF.
That's what I met him
Jay
through,
Worthy.
TF.
Yeah. So all of that. So it's dope to even see you, like, even from there to now, and to see you
super
still
dope.
doing it. And even like crafting your own lane and being melodic, dog, doing your
Man,
own stuff.
appreciate that.
But how was the journey for you in music? Like, how's it been?
Man, it's been a journey, to say the least, right? Like
Yeah.
it's been exactly that. Just learning, fucking up, figuring out what work and don't work, just accepting it all, and just continuing to rinse and repeat whatever you believe your formula is. You know what I mean? And for me, it's just been that. Like, it's been every project, every song, every release, every rollout, whatever. Like, just trying to figure out what those pieces are and what the formula is for me to be successful.
Yeah.
So last week we had a guest. We were very impressed because he had released 5 albums in the last year alone.
Oh, that's fire.
A 7 album.
Oh, 7.
But I think you got him beat. 'Cause
I got
I
a
hear
lot of
that your
people beat, for
nickname
sure.
Mr. 365. Apparently
Yeah,
you made a
Mr.
song
365, yeah.
every day for a
Man.
year.
Yeah.
Tell us a little about that. What drove you to make a song every day, and what was the process like?
Man, I actually told this story before, but it was like, I seen a Gary V and Nipsey Hussle interview, and they was in the studio just talking
Yeah.
about like music and the future of music, and one day somebody gonna drop 365 songs. And when I seen that, I probably seen that like around 2017 or something like that, 18. And I was like, man, I think I could do that for real. Just at that time, I was in a good groove. I'm like, I'm like, man, I think I could really do that. Never did it. 2020 come, the world shut down. I'm like, fuck, I should have been doing it right now.
Yeah.
Like, Versus was going. It was just the
Yeah.
perfect storm. And I was sitting and I'm like, man, 2021 coming around. It's like towards the end of 2020. I'm like, fuck, we still gonna be shut down. So fuck it. I think I'm gonna do it. And then top of 2021, like maybe December 2020, I decided like I'm gonna just do it. And then top of 2021, press go, and I really did that shit. Like, that shit surprised me. I impressed myself, and I was like, it's something that in the moment I knew it was future, and like it's gonna live with me forever.
Yeah.
It's always gonna be a talking point anytime I sit down anywhere, and like I knew that it was for the future of DREEBO,
Yeah, because that's a bold move.
for sure.
Like, I know you had times you're like, damn, like, do I gotta?
Plenty of times, bro. I'm like, it's plenty of, like, cause you go through life shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
My aunt died. I'm going through with my mom is like one of my closest mom's sister. And I'm running out of songs because I had like a 50 song lead, and then I was like the first maybe like 4 months I was doing like a month before the month came.
So you had backup? Like,
No, so in December I just started recording, and so maybe I started with like a 50 song lead. And then, because I knew, like, I'm like,
Yeah, for
life
sure.
gonna happen.
Yeah,
There's gonna be
life,
days
yeah.
I can't record.
you need a safety net or something.
Yeah, so at first I was just recording every day, 30 songs, and I have enough for the next month. But life happens, and it starts slowing down, shit start happening. So maybe like June,
Oh,
I think like June 15th. I remember the date, because
You remember
what
the
happened was I flew to Chicago for my aunt's funeral, and I came back and I did an interview, and I was like, I knew the math, and I was like, all right, this interview, because I lined it up, because I'm flying and shit, I can't record. I'm like, boom, boom. Okay, so the 15th, I come back on the 15th, I do the interview, and I ain't got no song for the 16th.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm mentally processing that. So I come back that day, do the interview, and then that same night, I got to make a song for the next day. And then from June 15th all the way to December 31st, I made them every single day.
Wow.
How did that shape your creative process today? Because I think you kind of have to get away from any overthinking and just be confident, and that is still with you today.
Yeah, 1,000%. You literally can't give a fuck.
You have to let it
Because
out.
it's like, it's every
You
day.
have to meet
and
that
it's-
goal. You have to meet that quota. So you
And
just
I,
have to send it
and
out,
I was
right?
doing it, and I'm like, I'm not finna be that guy that said he was gonna do it and then just disappear. Niggas be like, what happened to that 365 shit you was doing? Like, you know what I mean? So there was a lot of that pressure that you feel, and you also like, you either gonna fight or flight, you either gonna fold or you just gonna figure it out. And a lot of times, there was times I got a song out at 11:59. I'm uploading on SoundCloud. All right, y'all still here. I'm putting it on IG, 11:59. We're going to make sure it come, though. And every day, it was like, because some days you just don't got it. You sitting there, sitting in front of the computer, you making a beat, whatever the case may be, and it just ain't there.
Yeah.
And some days I didn't get it till 11 p.m. And I just got to make some shit together. And and finish the record.
I honestly think that's like the best process any type of artist can do, because even Mr. Beast himself, it was like, you know, your first 100 videos are gonna just be ass. You know, they're just gonna be terrible. Sure. You just got to get it out there, have it out there for people to see, and then once you hit 100 records or 100 videos, then you can be like, all right, you got the process down. Now you can actually focus on tweaking it a little bit,
1,000%,
getting better every time. 1% every time, and then you'll have the masterpiece by the end of the process.
1,000%.
What type of songs came out of that?
Man, I mean, shit, it's so many. Like my catalog is crazy after that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Like it's just you like, you know, when you discover me in 2025, it's just like a fucking big ass rabbit hole that you could go down and really hear the different growth. But really, one of my biggest songs to date, "Shut the Fuck Up," came out of that, and it was the 4th song I released.
Wow.
Yeah, literally the 4th song.
That's crazy.
And then I dropped it, January 4th. And then by February, it started just picking up steam.
So you had that one in December?
Yeah, I made that one in December. Because I was actually working on an album. And I was like, fuck the album. We just going to do 365.
They're going to just hit the fucking quota.
Yeah, and I was just like, because I really was saving, because I knew that was excuse me. I knew that was a good record. So I'm like, I'm going to try to wait, like, do a couple months, let the hype build, people paying attention, then I'm gonna hit them with that. But I was like, as I was setting up the January, I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm finna hit them with some shit. And I felt like I came out the gate with some crazy records. It was like, oh shit, how he gonna keep this up? And then to me, I feel like it got better. And I feel like, I always tell people, like, I probably hit over 80%. I feel like on that 365, like at least over 80% of them are like fire records, which is very impressive.
That's not bad.
You know what I mean? Like I'm like an 80% rate out of 365 songs. Shit.
How does that process compare to the latest process in the lab? Like, how do you differentiate the processes that you did then as to like now you got to make a record and you got to put more intention, more thought behind it?
It's actually similar. It's just, I guess the approach is similar in the sense that when I'm locked in, and it's just every day, every moment, right? But in the lab was a little different because I did it on live stream. So there's a different, there's a different pressure and a different, like, focus that needs to go into it because you got the chat. People going to be throwing their ideas. Like, I got my own ideas I'm working through in my head. I might have a guest, and they got their own ideas. So it's a little bit different manning the station in the chat in the real moment. And I would say that's probably the biggest difference. Just like when I was 365, it's just me. Just me. I'm locked in and my own ideas, my own thoughts. And then when I'm in the lab, it's like I might have different things that are going to either contribute or also distract in a way.
There's no Guinness World Record, bro, for dropping that many songs.
Man, I actually applied. I don't know whatever happened though.
You gotta check up on that. It's probably in the spam folder.
I might have to log back into my account.
Yeah, better log in for you.
I might have one and don't even know.
Hey, but I was gonna ask you, like, so how did the streaming? When did that come into play? Like, when did you start?
That came into play. Shit, I want to say like early 2024.
Yeah.
Shout out Tiny.
Yeah, shout out Tiny.
Yeah. So when you guys did the congregation, was that also
that's
your
kinda,
beginning?
I was doing the music shit like on and off, and then we started doing the congregation, and that's kind of how I really got into the streaming, and I had the equipment and all that. And then when we stopped doing that, I kind of was just focused on the music, and then I was trying to figure out like, all right, what can I do? Because streaming is like the biggest shit right now, right? And music has always been universal and one of the like biggest things that bring people together or bridge gaps. So I was like, how do I fucking pair the two? And then I was just like, maybe I just make fucking music on stream all the time. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do an album on stream. So I did Industry Plant. I dropped Industry Plant the end of 2024. And I made that whole project on stream, produced everything right there on stream. And it was like an EP. It was like 6 songs. And then I said, I'm going to double back and do it again. And then top of the year, pretty much January, I started recording. And I was like, I'm going to start bringing in people, though. And I started bringing in guests and like having people come feature on the records and different stuff. And so throughout the whole year, I probably like from January to about maybe like April, May or something like that. I was just periodically streaming and recording my process and letting the people see my process and bringing in guests, all the while making in the lab the album that I just dropped.
That's fire. Because I know you were live streaming and you were just making beats, right?
Yeah, at first I was just making beats.
Because you weren't making beats at first, right? You were just like record like rapping.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you got into beats.
But I kind of wanted to showcase that I know how to make beats a little more.
Yeah.
So then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just make beats on there too.
It's nothing like producing your own records, huh?
Yeah,
you get to do whatever you want.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like I love it. I ain't gonna lie, because it's just, and that's like with this project, I purposely did everything because I wanted to put out a project where you literally get my creativity 100%, like, and my vision, right? Like everything. Obviously, the features that's there, contribution, but a lot of times, like if I make a record and I send it off to an engineer, he's gonna give his vision on that record, which is needed sometimes.
Yeah.
But I wanted to just do this project with it's all how I see it.
Because I can only imagine how hard it was, like just to stream and like watch the live chat, but let alone like producing or like getting a guest and like recording, making sure it's still good, like. It's a lot going on.
That shit
and, like,
was tiring.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like for you to like put it all together and produce about this good body of work, like that's pretty hard.
Man, I appreciate it. I'm definitely proud of it. I said it a lot. Like this is probably the project I'm most proud of for real. Because of that. Because it's like people really don't understand what that takes.
I can only imagine.
Like sit in front of that computer, control the live stream while recording, while making the beat, while recording the guest, then mixing it all in the moment to make it sound good enough for the guest to ride around to it, and then coming back to it and actually mixing it. Like, it's a lot. It takes a lot. But
and I think that's what it helps out, because I feel like being transparent with like of the fan base and them being a part of the process, it also helps them see that, and it helps the whole rollout for the album.
1,000%. And it gives them a different like connection with the music.
It does, yeah.
Because like, there was one song I made on Industry Plant. I forget what song is. I think it's Get You Right or some shit like that. I don't even remember if that's what it's called. I make so much music. I don't even remember the names. But, oh, no, it's called Live Stream.
Okay.
That's what it's called. And it's called that specifically because I wrote it with the chat. Like I literally was like having the chat give me lyrics.
I remember that. I do remember that.
Implementing it in the song. And it's like, it was a dope experience because the chat now, when they hear it, they feel a different connection to it.
Yeah.
And even in the lab, like I got people who tapped in like, oh shit, I remember when you made this song. This shit sound different than what it sound like on a live stream, because certain songs I tweak different shit, move different shit, or arrange it a little different so it feels new still.
You give the chat writing credit?
You know,
just copyright working
somebody in there was like, I want my credit, but most everybody was like, I ain't tripping.
But that's what I'm saying.
But that's the future of it, though, right?
Bro.
Like, write a song with the chat, and then
bro.
if they register, then fuck it, we
We'll
all
serve you, bro.
Yeah.
Were they throwing in topics for you to write about, or were they throwing in bars for you?
Well, so what happened was I made the beat, and then I was like, I started out by asking them, like, all right, what direction y'all think I should go with this? And then I was like, fuck it, y'all just give me some lyrics. Let's start writing this shit. And then people started just throwing lyrics. And now I'm like, okay, boom, I'm finna. And I just started piecing it together.
That's hard.
What's your favorite record on the album?
That's a good one. Right now, it's probably Night Shift. Night Shift is my favorite record.
Yeah, that was
right
nice.
now.
Which one was the easiest one for you?
The easiest? Probably Practice. Because that's just me talking my shit and just, me kind of just expressing that a lot of these artists, you could tell they don't practice.
Yeah. And one thing that I noticed, like from even the streamers, like you connected with a lot of streamers, and a lot of them show you a lot of love, bro.
Man,
and they respect your hustle, because you're very like you put yourself out there, like, yo, I'm an artist, and, I'm creating my own lane, because you're not, we're not looking at you as like we're looking at you as a real artist, not even like the mainstream light, and like the support that you get from the community, and even like big time people. Didn't Luka Doncic was driving around to one of your records?
Oh yeah, shout out to
Luka.
Shout out to Israel Adesanya, man. Shout out Israel Adesanya. I think it's kind of weird because Israel Adesanya is from
He's a UFC fighter,
New
right?
Zealand. The UFC fighter.
Yeah.
I guess that's how that happened. But he's like a fan of "Shut the Fuck Up," that song. He be playing it all the time, putting it in his story and stuff.
That's fire.
That's how I saw that. I'm like, what the fuck? That shit crazy. So he was just riding around to it on some shit.
That's fire too for like Luka Doncic to be playing that record for the first time we see him like on the car. Like, being around LA, I'm like, that's dope. And to see it was your record, bro, like, shit. DREEBO deserves it because, you work hard, bro. We've been seeing you.
That.
We've been watching you on all the live stream with Macwab and Back on Figs and Keen and everybody.
Even when it was just congregation. Like, that was the beginning of me, like, watching stuff. So I was watching everyone that was a part of that universe.
That's fire.
Tiny, DREEBO, and then, Back on Fig Community, and then it was, like, Apollo and all that.
That's fire.
So it was pretty dope. And speaking of features, like, Damian Lillard, like, bro, like,
man, that song going crazy right now on TikTok.
Yeah, you see, because you had a feature with him early, right? And you guys got a new song.
Yeah. So the first time we did a song called "Home Team," and we did it in 2020, and it dropped in 2020. But then he dropped the album 2021, and it was on the album too.
Yeah.
And then just this past, a couple months ago, he dropped a mixtape. And then I did another record with him on there called "Homecoming."
That's fire.
That's fire. And that's going up on TikTok right now.
And how do you make these connections? Is it yourself making music, or because I noticed that you were the one that brought Damian Lillard to Back on Fig, or helped that connection happen?
Yeah, I helped connect the dots for that.
Yeah, which was a great fucking stream.
Yeah, that was.
And shout out to T also bringing you on even on that interview too.
No, for sure. Exactly, it made a lot of sense. But basically, the homie Deuce, shout out to Brookfield Deuce.
Shout out to
he's the one that kind of connected me with Dame, and I was connected with him because we used to work together like randomly. Like, I was living in the Bay, and we used to work together at this spot, and he did music, I did music. We always stayed connected. I moved back to LA. We stayed connected. I did a couple records on his albums. Yeah. He did some on mine, and then it just kind of so happened that 2020 he was looking for a hook on a record. They sent me the record. It had Dame verse, and I just kind of like built it around what he was talking about. And then same thing this time, Dame hit me. I mean, because obviously through that time I get to connect with Dame or whatever. And then he hit me this time. Like, yo, I need you again.
Dang, that's fine.
Put it together.
Hell yeah.
And where do you find inspiration to be an artist of your caliber in your lane? Like, how do you get inspired right now? Like, what's inspired?
Man, just life, honestly. Whether it's my stories and lived experience or people I know or just things I hear, I think I'm inspired by it all. And I'm really inspired by just like creativity. Like, I don't even know if that makes sense, but like, I'm inspired by the ability to create, right? Like, there is no fucking boundary. There's no end. There's no limitation. It's just like, I could do whatever the fuck I want. And I'm inspired by that.
Yeah. You recently had a baby, right?
Yeah,
I want to congratulate you.
Yeah, shout out. Congrats.
I'm still trying to figure out.
I'm trying to figure out sleep. And how does that impact you in your music? Like,
yeah, I don't know yet, honestly. Shit. I don't know yet.
Or even how you see life.
Because it's so fresh. She like 7 weeks.
Yeah.
Literally today. So
beautiful.
it's like, I'm like, shit, I don't even know.
Yeah,
but I'm sure she's going to have an impact on just probably my work ethic, even though I already work hard. I'm sure it's just like going to be a little bit more of a battery. And then just me I'm a little loose with my talent and time, and I do a lot of favors. And I'm sure I'll probably peel back on that a little more just because time and it's just like she can't eat favors.
Yeah.
Because I know like there's a lot of like sleepless nights. You gotta wash the baby bottles. You gotta make sure you change them. You gotta get them through that first phase. You know what I mean? So like I'm sure like your sleep patterns are just all over the place right now.
It's all crazy. Yeah. I ain't even gonna lie. And then I work for myself, so it wasn't too much time I could take off. It's like you gotta get right back to it.
Yeah.
So it's just balance though. Shout out to my wife, she holding it down.
Shout out, shout out to the women out there.
I'm doing the night shift, so I get my little shifts in, get it together.
Sir. Yeah.
And try to find my sleep wherever I can, but still working. And so it's just like I literally came from the studio before I came here, just knocking some stuff out because I do a lot of stuff outside of just my own music. So it's like you just gotta figure it out though.
Well, who do you want to work with in the next year or so?
Oh, that's a good question. I want to work with Mozzie.
Okay.
I think Mozzie would be super dope. I think I could, like, this is me, like, who I want to do hooks for.
Sorry.
Yeah, like I think I could create a crazy.
You're
hook
really
for
good at
Mozzie.
that for sure.
I want to work with. There's a female artist from LA. Her name T Spokes. I want to work with her. She's dope. She's like up and coming, but she's super dope. AJ the One, another female artist from the West Coast that's super dope. She might be from the Bay, but she's super dope. Obviously, I probably want to work with Kendrick. That would just be like top tier.
Sheesh.
I feel like that would be dope. And Doja Cat.
Yeah,
nice. That's like Doja Cat.
Doja Cat is
like
hip hop, bro. She's
top
hip hop
on my list. I ain't gonna lie. She's so
That
good.
would actually sound fire. I can just
Yeah, because I just so many similarities in what she do, what I do with the singing and the rapping and the versatility between like traditional hip hop and poppy, like melodic shit. Like I just feel like me and Doja Cat would create.
What are
some
like
crazy
your
shit.
inspirations now?
I'm inspired by like, I mean, really my whole life kind of same inspirations. Like Lupe's my favorite rapper of all time. I listen to a lot of Bob Marley, like my reggae Jamaican roots, R&B, music, soul child. Like those are like my heavy influences, Lauryn Hill, shit like that. Like even now, I still like gravitate to a lot of R&B. That's kind of like where I draw a lot of my sonic inspiration from, for real.
And you've been doing a lot of. You've been putting your shows together too. How does that process been? Like,
It's been
is
good.
it tedious? Because sometimes it could take away from enjoying the actual like. Music,
1,000.
you know what I mean?
Bruh.
You were here trying to worry about the guests, like, hey, dog, I'm outside, like, and then you're like, man, dog, I'm trying to perform right now.
We were just talking about off camera the show I did last year, which was crazy. It was like a blessing because of how it turned out.
Yes.
But boy, was it a fucking headache. You know what I mean? Like, and I managed everything myself. I'm dealing with the time during the day of. I'm dealing with the side door. I'm dealing with the people. And then I gotta fucking say, all right, everybody don't talk to me for 10 minutes because I'm about to go on stage.
I
gotta go on stage for 45 minutes and actually give on the show. You know what I mean? So there's different things that I learned doing that show that I will do differently on the next one. But it's good. It's just a lot of it is getting the venue be the hardest part.
Yeah.
Like, so that's just, you know,
but
comes with the territory.
I will say, like, my first time, like, watching you perform, it was a good performance and it was a good turnout. And it was during the summer, and the pop-out had just happened, so energy was high. A lot of people were in there, Smack, Tiny, you know, everybody was in there. And at the end, when you closed out, was shut the fuck up, and you played it a couple times, just like in the pop-up. Like that was an important moment, and I'm taking pictures on stage, and I'm looking, I'm like, this shit's tight.
Nah,
like
it was going,
that was a good moment for sure.
Sold out.
Yeah,
it was right after the pop-out.
So
the West energy was just big. Kendrick had did Not Like Us like 4 times at the pop out. And then I did Shut the Fuck Up like 5 times. They just kept saying, run it back. I'm like, fuck it, we finna run this bitch back. It was like one of those like you had to be there moments.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
Shout out to Tiny, he hosted it.
Shout out Tiny.
Like you said, Smack, everybody was in there.
I think you even jumped on stage on the
he was
the floor.
Up there.
Yeah, you were.
Shout out
you
to
were with the
homie
crowd.
Bell.
Another one.
Shout out to TF, 211, Triz, Bryce.
Shout out Triz too,
Mark
man.
Nasty.
Mark Nasty.
Oh, Jason Cash performed with me.
Cash.
In Too Deep, they performed. Like, it was legiondary. I ain't gonna lie.
Sure.
I was, like, really proud of how that show came together.
And just like that, like it speaks to your character because like I had just cold, you know, hit you up.
Oh yeah.
And I pulled up to the rehearsal and I saw what was going on, and then it ended up at the show. And like I think like that speaks like volume to like how you are in person. So like I appreciate you you know, letting me come through and do that.
No, for sure.
So it was good to like rub shoulders around people that I'm watching, and I'm like, oh shit, like Hove was there, like there was a bunch of people there. Like if you watch that universe, you know, like Six was there, Keem showed up late, like Illa was there, like it was going, like that shit was tight. So
it was
like,
fire, man.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, when the next one come out, y'all make sure y'all pull up. get your tickets and all that. It's coming for sure. We doing another one next year. Don't worry about anything.
And you're right. It does show to his character, bro, because you get a lot of love from people, like genuine love for your music too.
For sure.
Like people give you your props for your actual music instead of just the relationship, but the actual work that you put it in.
Definitely.
Like how do you balance that? Like trying to stay like humble and also create art with that.
I just be who I am, honestly, and I've just been that way my whole life, and I just stick to that. Like, I try not to let anything get me out my body too much and outside of my morals and my principles and who I want to be. And I think people fuck with that. And I think like people just they gravitate towards who I am. They respect my work ethic, my craft. They respect how I deal with them. Yeah. And I think it just it allows me to kind of get the genuine love back because I give it.
Can we ever see you having like an actual label and having artists under you?
Yeah,
bro, you have the ear for it. You have the ear for it.
Yeah, I mean, I have the setup. I just I think part of it is finding that right artist.
Yeah,
that's going like, all right, I should pour into them.
Yeah,
more than I pour into myself, and then also just being able to offer that person something they don't got.
Yeah,
and I feel like once I find somebody, it will make sense. But
because you have the music, you have the network.
I definitely want to do that in the future, though, for sure. Just kind of like start to develop that aspect of things.
Yeah.
Because I think I could make some gold artists for sure. I could be the one-stop shop. You don't even need to go nowhere. I'll write it for you, produce it for you. All you got to do is sing or rap that motherfucker.
Yeah. How do you think streaming's changing the music game right now? Like, do you have to be an extrovert to be a musician right now?
I don't think you have to be an extrovert, but you have to show who you are to some extent. Like, you can't avoid the content nowadays. Like, and I don't know what the content looks different for everybody. Right? You might be an introvert, but you can fucking figure out how to make content around being an introvert nowadays.
Sure.
Like,
we're doing it now.
Yeah, I'm doing it now. I'm an introvert as well. We're the same way. Like, I'm scared every time I look at that.
So it's different like, being on just on live stream versus like pre-recorded.
Yeah, exactly.
I think a lot of people fear that the live stream.
It is. It's nervous because anything can happen. It's like, and you just live, so it's like you gotta think about what you say. You gotta think about what you pulling up on the screen when you sharing your screen. Like, you gotta think about all that. But at the same token, it's like if you are who you are genuinely all the time, it's just like, fuck it, man. Whatever come with that, I could live with.
Yeah, because I've seen you in crazy streams rooms with the rest of the community world, and you always hold yourself like you said. You do lead with morals because like you don't let them get you out your at your character and shit.
I'm gonna be
Shut your back, Wop.
I'm gonna be who I am.
That was a funny stream. That was a funniest stream with Michael, the last one, bro. She was hilarious.
The Apollo one I did. Yeah, that's crazy. Shout out Macwop, man. He be trying to get me.
Yeah.
I'll be getting out of there on that nigga.
We're all born and raised in LA, and I understand you are too.
Yeah.
I think part of being a creative type in LA, you want to leave a stamp. What type of stamp on LA do you want to leave? And beyond that, in the world, 20, 30 years from now?
Man, that's a great question. I think I want to, I guess for myself, I want to leave the mark as being known of like one of the most versatile artists, right? Like I pride myself on versatility, and I want that to be like a theme that's thought of when my name gets brought up. You know what I mean? Like when you hear DREEBO, I want you to be like, damn, that nigga was one of the most versatile ever.
Singing, rapping, producing.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And he could do everything.
Songwriting, producing.
Yeah, it's like I want to be known as that. I also want to be known as like the Hook King. I'm trying to take Nate Dogg.
All right, Nate Dogg. All right, get out the way, Nate Dogg.
I'm trying to take his spot.
Yeah, hey, that's fine.
That's really what I was
He paved the way for me. He's inspiration. And at the end of the day, it's like the little brother should always want to be better than the big brother.
Sure.
And so that's kind of something I'm trying to do and stamp myself as. And then as far as like inspiring other people, I just want to be like an example of a motherfucker who knew what he wanted to do and tried.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of times we want to do things in this world and we don't try. And it's just like you can never find out whether you would have got whatever you wanted if you don't fucking go try and go get it.
That's testament to the 365, bro. Just setting a goal and like fucking hitting it.
And just trying.
Right
hitting
there.
it.
Sticking with it, putting them hours in, putting them hours in.
1,000%.
So like I want to get into the album. So like for you, like what was like one of the beats that you liked the most out of
Night Shift
making?
actually. Night Shift is my favorite beat
That's your-
on the
that's
album
your one right
actually, which is probably why it's my favorite record right now. That was my favorite beat. It was just like it came. I think I did like a 10-hour stream or some shit. It was some crazy shit. I was on stream like all fucking day, and then I was about to get off. No, for real. Though. I was about to get off. And then I'm like, man, should I do one more? And the chat like, fuck it, do one more. It probably was like 6 people in that motherfucker. It might have been like 10, but shit, it was a few because it was just like I was on that motherfucker for so long. And then I was like, fuck it. And then I got on, I started messing with sounds, made Night Shift. And then, you know, by the end of that stream, it was like, I don't know, 50-something people in there. Like, motherfucker just kept coming back in. But then it just ended up being like one of my favorite records just because of how it came about and the fact that it almost didn't get created. Because if I didn't decide to say, fuck it, I'm going to do one more, I wake up, I come back in tomorrow, and it's a whole different feeling, whole different song.
That moment's gone.
Yeah.
Sounds like you gotta get a editor, compile all those clips, and just be like the making of.
Yeah. I'm actually supposed to put together a little like montage of like different moments from the stream. So yeah,
because even the making a song a day, that type of thing would kill on today's algorithm. People love to see like, oh, day one of fighting random people until I get knocked out. You know,
literally I've been trying to figure out like either how do I repurpose that as content visually or doing it again because I'm just like if I did that today with the way like it'll be even bigger than what it was when I did it, and I'm just like, man, but it's also so fucking difficult to do that I'm like I don't want to try to do it again and can't do it, you know what I mean? Because also my life is different now. Like I've already done it once, so it's easier to like fall off.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, because it's like I already did it. You know what I mean?
You already got the name.
You know what I'm saying? So a little bit of it's like that, but I also think like there's some gems in those songs that people never heard. So it's like, do I want to just create a new batch or do I want to try to figure out how to bring more light to what's already there?
Do you have a big library of unreleased right now or no?
Yeah, I do kind of. I got like 3-4 projects that are unreleased right now, but a couple of them probably will never come out. But I'm trying to figure out because it's just I move on so fast sometimes, and it's like
today's world is like that too.
Yeah,
right?
it's like if I sit on some music for 2 months, I might have already made a new project, and now it's like I don't even want to listen to that.
For sure.
Not even that I don't want to listen to it because it's still dope.
Well, it's
just like
you,
I don't want to.
It's like a different state of mind.
I'm in a different space, and it's like I don't even want to go back to that and dive into it the way I need to dive into it to get it ready to be released.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because a lot of times songs will be like rough from a mixing standpoint, or there's different parts I want to add or change, and I really gotta like sit with it and dive and put my focus to it. But if I've already moved on to a different sound and now let's say I'm making R&B or I'm making Afro beats, it's like I don't want to go back to that. But it's always good to have because I feel like I make timeless music, so at any point in time I can go back to that and release it, and I can release it in 2038 and it's gonna feel like 2038 like 2022 when I made it.
Do you ever deal with like demoitis where you create something and then you keep changing it a lot, but you never like fully get back to the same feeling you had originally when you created that record?
Yeah, for sure.
Because you know how you start to add it, and by the time
you get to something,
you be like, you know what, and then it lost the rawness, and then you try to battle with it.
There's a song, Iced Out Jesus piece on my project in the lab. Like I've overmixed that song, and I mixed it so much that the version you hear on the album is probably like the second or third version. But I did like 6 versions. And by that 6th version, I'm like, this sounds like something completely different. So then I went back through listening to all 6 versions, and then I picked the one that felt like what it was supposed to feel like.
Do you have a team for that? Like,
Do you still mix your own stuff?
Yeah. Well, this project I mixed everything. Sometimes I mix my own stuff. Sometimes I don't. It just depends.
and do you trust yourself, or do you have like a little thing group where you kind of pick records out?
Well, I just do. I just trust my ear.
Okay.
Because I believe in my ear. But I toyed with like, damn, should I send this to like engineers I know and get their opinion?
Yeah.
But then it goes back to what I was saying earlier about this being 100% my creative vision. Like,
Fire.
I didn't want any input outside of what I wanted it to sound like purposefully.
Yeah. And are you playing music for your baby? You know?
Yeah, for sure. I'll be playing
That's
her all that shit. It really be soothing her. She'd be like,
Oh yeah, bro.
But I used to do it when she was in the belly too. So
Yeah.
she probably like she probably like recognizes my voice and shit. So she,
Yeah. I could definitely expect some vocals eventually.
yeah, I'm putting her in front of the mic soon as she can talk. Like, look, you want to be? We finna make a little Beyonce around the motherfucker. Shit, if you got it and you like
Yeah,
doing
for sure.
it, I'ma foster that shit because you my daughter, so there's gonna be something there.
Yeah, she's gonna be singing pretty soon for sure.
So I will say, Nito was my favorite song
Oh, Nita, that's going crazy
until
right now.
I heard Iced Out Jesus piece.
Oh, you like that one?
I like the beat, and I almost feel like that could have been a single.
It could have.
It could have, and then
That's the next video.
Yeah.
I shot it already.
and then Open Mic, is that the name of the song, Open Mic? Or
yeah,
is it-
open mic.
Yeah,
So that one's like, it's really called Who Said.
yeah, because you
but
said that.
yeah, it's like a little like
Because that I feel like it's in the middle, and it's in the middle for a reason. Because it's like a
1,000%.
very important and like touching record. You talk about the 365 songs on there, and then like in the back, you made it seem like people were talking, like
Yeah.
like you were actually at an open
And,
mic.
yeah,
and
that
there was like whispers in the back talking about
1,000%.
like,
Fire.
oh,
This level of
DREEBO.
journalism.
Reminded
Yeah,
me of,
like-
Fire.
NEGUS.
yeah. So like that's my favorite song for
that's
sure.
what's up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
that. Yeah, that I literally wanted that I wanted you to feel like you were in the fucking, and obviously the video is gonna be like that, where it's like I wanted you to feel like you were in the crowd at that open mic and you just seen a random motherfucker come up on the stage. And that's why if you listen to the song, the background noise is hella loud
It is.
in the beginning.
It is.
And it just slowly fades throughout the whole song because it's simulating like they don't give a fuck about me when I come on the stage. But as I get on there doing my thing, they're like, hold on. And you can hear me in the back
Yeah.
acting as one of the people in the crowd, like, what'd he say his name was? What was his Instagram? He kind of dope. Oh, he
Yeah.
next up. Like by the end, they're like, oh
Yeah.
shit, I'm convinced.
Yeah. Because then the following record was Night Shift, and it was a good energy to
Exactly.
pick up after that song. It
Exactly.
wasn't too aggressive, but it was a good tone to like pick. All right, let's
Bring
get
the
back.
bounce back.
Yeah, let's get back to it.
And
So-
that's kind of why it's in the middle, because it's a transition, but it's also like pivot, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah.
literally in the lyrics of the song, I'm talking about potentially pivoting away from music and not doing music anymore in the song. And then in that moment of the project, it kind of pivots to a different sound.
Also, I was hearing your album in the morning, and I was ironing. I was ironing my son's clothes.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, I like that song. He's like, what's the name of it? And
Which
I told
one?
him it was The Source.
Oh, the
He
source.
liked The Source.
Yeah,
He liked The
that's
Source.
fire.
So I have
The
a
intro.
13-year-old boy, and for him to, I listen to music all the time, and he likes the main people like Kendrick, Tyler, stuff like that. So when he heard you, and I was like, oh, that's my friend. Like my homie made
he
the song,
liked that.
and he's
That's
like, oh
what's
yeah, that was good. So like for him to give a compliment, I wouldn't tell him, here, listen to this and tell me what you think.
Yeah,
He
for
just
sure.
off his own brain, he was just like, hey,
That's
like
fire.
I like this.
That's
I almost feel
super
like
fire.
that song,
Music,
that sounds like something would be like on 2K,
Yeah.
like on a loading screen, or just like
For sure.
just like whatever. So like it's good music, bro.
Man, I
Honestly,
appreciate that. Yeah, I actually make a lot of music for like TV and film, so that's probably why like
yeah. So
a lot of my music
so that makes
sounds like
sense.
it could fucking fit in a game or on a
Yeah.
commercial or some shit. And it could plug
GTA
and play
6,
as
tap in.
background music. Yeah, tap in GTA 6, man. You know what I mean?
For
For
sure.
real, for real.
Also the features.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Nino Sabe, Airplane James.
Yeah, shout out to
You had
everybody.
Hugh Augustine.
Hugh Augustine, Cam Carson,
Shout out Cam
Monty
Carson.
Draper, Brookfield Deuce, A. Illa. I want to say I'm missing somebody, but
that
I
how you
think
pronounce
that's
it, A.
everybody. A. Illa, yeah.
Yeah, she had a good voice.
She's super dope.
Yeah.
She's from Tulsa. She's super dope. Everybody on there is just like people I'm fans of, people that I've been wanting to work with for a while. We just kind of never found the time or the pocket, and we just made it happen. So it was kind of dope because everybody on there I either haven't worked with before or only made like one song, and I wanted to make more music with them.
Because I was hearing it and I didn't see that it said El Niño Sabe on your.
Oh, for real?
So for him to come out and I heard it, I'm like, we've been like in tune with him lately. So for him, like
he's super
for him to be on your album was like, oh shit, like that was pretty hard. And he's rapping English and Spanish. He's coming in and out of it. Crazy. So I was like, that's
he really honestly he really brought that record to life for me. I'm like, I love what he did on that record. And how did just bridging the two worlds?
That was pretty good. And like, how did that come about?
I actually know him through his manager.
Shout out Marcos.
And yeah, shout out Marcos. You feel me? I know him for a while, and kind of he like, yo, you gotta tap in, and then we kind of just made it happen. He was another one of those people where we probably was supposed to do something 4 years ago, and we just kind of never happened. So we found the right time during this time, and it made sense.
Yeah. If you were to put this album in a couple words, what would you say about it?
Damn. How many words?
Whatever words you want to say. How would you?
I would say, damn. How do I describe this album in a few words? I would say, I must describe it in one word and just say versatility.
Versatility.
Like I think that's. Oh, you know what? 2 words: growth and versatility.
Growth and versatility.
Yeah,
just play and enjoy it, right?
This whole album was literally purposefully me showcasing my growth as an artist, songwriter, producer, engineer, everything. So, and I think I showcased that very well. And I said all the time, like, it's not supposed to sound perfect. You know, this album is perfectly imperfect because I'm not perfect yet. You know, I'm still growing. I'm still learning things. I'm still implementing different shit. And so this album is supposed to sound how it sounds because that's where I'm at right now.
That's fire. Sheesh.
It was phenomenal because I saw your little, you know how Spotify has those repeating little clips.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw you going like that on one of the clips. I'm like, that's me right now.
I be trying to make sure that those little canvases fit the vibe, you know? So when you do see it, you're like, oh, work. No. Actually, it's actually going with the song. So I do be trying to make sure that I grab the right moments.
Yeah, the details work. Yeah.
So I do have one more thing about the album. Like no clickbait.
Yeah.
And then the transition to New Skin.
Yeah.
That was pretty hard. I had to check it. Is it still the same song?
Abrupt cut off?
Yeah, is it still the same song? I had to check, and it was already the next song. And it was the last song, and I was just like,
I think sequencing is a lost art, you know? I think people pay attention to sequencing as much as they should. Just what song comes behind what song and how that transition is. Right. And you know, I think
and the album changes if you don't sequence it well.
1,000%, for sure. And it's received differently.
Yeah.
And I just think if you're gonna make an album or call it an album or a project, whatever, mixtape, whatever you want to call it, like you should be paying attention to sequencing, but not only just that type, just in the actual songs too, right? Yeah. Like that abrupt ending coming right after I say, what I say? I think
very intense.
Cap and rabbit hat, some shit like that, and then it cut right off and right into New Skin. And it almost feels like the same song, but really New Skin is the outro.
Yeah.
You know?
That was hard.
And why New Skin as the outro? Why label it that?
I think it's just me shedding, right? Like it's me accepting who I am, where I'm at. You know, a lot of times, especially me, feeling like I'm not necessarily touted the way I should be with what I've done and the music I've put out there, and coming up in a world where, you know, the clickbait is more important than the talent. And so it's New Skin is literally me accepting where I'm at, who I am, and then also growing from that acceptance.
Fire. Sheesh. Any last words you want? What can we expect? I'll go for it.
Yeah, like videos. Like you shot the video for Nito, right? And you got
Nito. We did that. We dropped that on YouTube right now at the homie DREEBO. I got a video for Iced Out Jesus piece coming. Actually, he just sent me the edit literally on my way over here.
Nice.
Shout out Joel. And then from there, I'm gonna shoot a bunch of videos for this project because it's 15 records too. So,
yeah, for sure.
While I'm working on the next project that I'm about to drop, just shooting videos. So I'll probably do a video for Passcode with Airplane James, Long Distance with El Nino, Living Flagrant with Hugh Augustine. Got to do a video for that, and then Open Mic. Like those are probably for sure videos that I'm gonna do. And so now it's just putting the pieces together because Nito and Iced Out Jesus Piece, those are like my simple videos where I just wanted it to look visually appealing, have a dope background, working the angles, and then the other videos are gonna be more like storyline. I'm gonna have different pieces and people in it, so it just takes a little bit longer to execute.
That's dope.
Yeah, I want to hear a record with you and Sir.
That would be fire.
Yeah,
Shout out to Sir.
You and Sir for sure.
Shout out to Sir. Yeah, I'll def do that.
Yeah, I want to sure.
Yeah, I fuck with Sir. He's good people's man. Ran into him a couple times. He's a good dude.
All right. Any last questions?
You guys got?
Oh, shout out DREEBO, man.
DREEBO.
Thank y'all for having me.
Appreciate you reaching out.
Appreciate you, bro.
No, for sure. I fuck with what y'all got.
I appreciate you.
I want y'all to be a part of, you know what I mean, what I got going on. I want to meet.
We appreciate you. We appreciate really good music here for sure.
And I appreciate y'all, coming up here, letting me come up here and, talk music, talk about my album and promote myself as well.
What can we expect in 2026 from you?
Man, 2026, a lot more music and hopefully some crazy hooks on some big albums because I did it already.
Okay. So you already
it's up to them to release it. I just can't say it, and I don't want to say it yet because it's like
tell us off camera.
Yeah, so 2026.
Hey, let's give that.
I'm beginning to stamp myself as the hook king. You feel me? And people, you start hearing me on a lot more hooks. That's the plan. But I need them to release them damn records.
The last time somebody sat in front of me was AC Chike, and next to you know he lands the Kendrick one. So we're gonna rewind this motherfucker out here.
Shout out to AC Chike.
I appreciate you, and make sure you guys tap into DREEBO, everything that he's doing.
Yes, sir.
Great artist.
Thank you.
Just press play, bro. Just press play, and we didn't gotta say nothing.
The music speaks.
Exactly.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
And
congrats on your album. Congrats on your baby.
Album.
Appreciate that, bro.
Blessings to your family.
Get that Guinness World Record, bro.
I need to go tap in. I need to go hit them.
But put it in your spam folder, dog. You gotta open that shit up.
Thank y'all for having me.
Cavi, appreciate you. We out.